It's the race that stops the nation. Every October, the Mount Panorama racing circuit behind me draws thousands of fans to watch Holden and Ford do battle in the fiercest race in Australian motorsport, the Bathurst 1000. We're going to take a lap of the circuit, which is one of the hardest to conquer in Australian motorsport. It is a cacophony of twists, turns, straights, and everything else you can imagine, all in one 6K track. Let's go. Mount Panorama is unique because its start line is actually ahead of its finish line. The first turn on the course is called Hell Corner. It is a 90-degree left-handed turn that leads up to the mountain straight. Up the mountain straight, the V8s can reach up to 250 km an hour over 2 crests. Then it's hard onto the brakes through Griffin's Bend, for a very short straight leading up to the very slow cutting. Some V8s will only get up to 90k through here. Once they get out though, it's 200k's an hour through to Reed Park. Solomon Park. Onto McPhillamy Park, before heading down into one of the most famous parts of the course, Brock Skyline, a tight right, left, right sequence leading into the S's. They can stay around 170k through here. They'll slow down for this turn, the Dipper and Forest Elbow, and only go through at about 85k's an hour. The Forest Elbow leads into the Conrod Straight. The straight follows the natural contour of the land, adding to the uniqueness of this circuit. After going over a hill, it's a long downhill before slamming on the brakes from 300k's down to 100k through the chase. A sweeping right into a very sharp left-hand turn. One more right. And then floor it down under the Armorall Tunnel with the pit lane to the left. Hard on the brakes to about 90k's through the final turn of the circuit, Murray's Corner. Come out of the apex, put the foot down, and cross the finish line. After doing 161 hot laps of the circuit, you might want to come to the National Motor Racing Museum. There's something for all motor racing fans, with a large collection of memorabilia, trophies, and of course cars. Indy cars, old cars, historic cars, Class A cars, drag cars, V8 supercars, the first Falcon, Brocky's cars, motorbikes, sidecars, solar cars, superstars, supercars, true blue cars, Ford cars, and of course the King of the Mountain.
Are you waiting for the perfect plan? Or are you waiting for a better deal?
If that all seems enticing, then Mount Panorama is actually a public road, no entry fees and accessible to anyone on nearly every day.
Are you waiting till the stars align? Or are you waiting till the fear is
Just remember though, it's a two-way road, so no racing lines,
waiting for a holy sign?
and the whole course is patrolled with a 60km/h speed limit. Leave the high speeds to these guys.
Jamie Whincup is fifth in car Triple Eight. Behind him is Greg Murphy. Then Jason Barber.
The National Motor Racing Museum is open every day except Christmas. It'll cost adults $9.50 to get in, concession $3.50, and kids under 5 will get in for free. A family pass is available for $22.50.
Previous restart. Nothing to lose, everything to gain.
The Mount Panorama Racing Circuit, as I mentioned before, is a public two-way road. The entire track is covered by a 60km/h speed limit, and it's free to get in. There's no public access to the pits, and it is closed on event days, including the week of the Bathurst 1000, and occasionally just for some track work. Bathurst itself is approximately 3 hours west of Sydney via the M4 and Great Western Highways. Trains, coaches and flights to Bathurst are available if you don't feel like driving. The biggest race in Australian motorsport, the 2010 Super Cheap Auto Bathurst 1000, is on from October 7 to 10 at the Mount Panorama Motor Racing Circuit. The campsites are already sold out, but other tickets are still available, and the main race starts at 10:30 a.m. New South Wales time on Sunday, October 10. If you can't get there, Channel 7 are broadcasting the qualifying, Race Day Extra, Fujitsu Series Development Race, Top 10 Shootout, the Bathurst 1000 itself, plus pre- and post-race shows. Check your local guide for times.
He wants a podium spot.
And Lee wants to fight him for it every inch of the way. He didn't get it pulled up and turned into. Well, he lost ground. It'll be a slow exit. Vulnerable at the last corner. Watch Murphy goes to the outside. 1.4 seconds. But it's probably too little. He's on him.
Round at the chase.
And now Lee has to be defensive. It'll be on at the last corner here. Tander's going to win it. But how can you take your eyes from this?
Holden has hit back at the mountain.
There you are, the Bathurst champions! Well done, boys.
Unbelievable.
Garth Tander and Will Davison are the 2009 champions.
Well done, mate. You know you've got to go in through the gate. Fantastic job, mate.